So let's say when brands reach out to you, I know that you're with an agency right now, but how does that actually work? Like when a model is with an agency, like can a brand reach out to her to want to work directly, or what's like the best protocol for a new brand that's never done this before?
So I went freelance like 2 years ago. So now I have an assistant and I have a writer and they get back. But just because the agencies and the commission and social media now, these brands are reaching out from the brand accounts to the models. And it just kind of cuts out that 20% on both sides as the designer and as the model. So a lot of girls still have agents and definitely go through the agency. It's also like just more of a guarantee and whatnot. But I know a lot of girls that are killing it because of Instagram and just don't have an agent. I think sending a message to be like, hey, we're looking forward to shooting on this day or that day. What's your day rate, or are you available and whatnot? Like, definitely don't be scared to message any girl that you want to work with, because
Definitely.
it's changed so much. Like, this would have never happened 6 years ago.
Okay, so what is that protocol? Okay, so if I'm a new brand and I'm like scared because you are this mega model with hundreds of thousands or whatever amount of followers you have or another model has, like how can I capture your attention as a new brand that wants to work with you? And that I think that'll help people kind of get over, because I'm sure a lot of designers are like, oh, I'm not ready to work with her yet. I'm not ready to work with her yet. But if you kind of making a connection with a girl, you're like, that girl would be amazing, or that guy would be amazing for my brand. I think it would really up our whole catalog and our vibe. Like, what's the best step, or what have you seen like not to do? Like, do not write this. And what do you think are those captivating? Like, okay, I'm open to talking to this brand.
I love to hear the story. I love to hear like, hey, we're new, you might be a little out of our budget, or like we can maybe work less hours, and just like, where you started, what is it? And then I always look at the website and like, is this pieces that I would wear? Is this something that I would post? Like, who's shooting it? What's it going to look like? Can I pick my hair and makeup team? I think things like that will definitely make such a difference of like, it might not be the ideal rate, or it might not be like time wise, but I would do it because if I fully believe in it and like the pieces and, are you making it from scratch? What's it representing to you? Like, is this your grandmother's brand, with the Cuban culture in it? Like, it's just, there's no way that I would say no. But I don't know. I guess when the arrogance, when they message of like, hey, it's this much, or if somebody has something to say about your day rate, they're like, that's ridiculous. I'm like, well, okay, well, have a nice day.
Yeah.
Definitely. So I wouldn't throw out a number at first. I think as a client, like I would like to have the chance to negotiate, and is this going to be long term, or definitely be open to a conversation, not just looking for a model for 3 hours. This is our rate. Can you make it? No.
Yeah. That's like, it's just no connection. Like you want to feel like you're able to connect with them because you're going to be there a long time, you know?
It's a lot. And then you start sharing your life with these people because you're on set with them. And I mean, like I said, I've had clients that I've been with for 5 years, like Windsor, easy. And they know my entire life story. And I'm there 2-3 times a week. So it's a lot. I would hate for these people to be rude or old. Like, they're my friends and I'm there, and they know my moods and they know what to order for lunch.
Yeah.
Little things like that will definitely make it better.
Yeah. And by the way, you always order lunch. You always get,
Love
I think that's probably the most important part, is to make sure you feed everyone, even the model, even the model.
We don't eat. We eat a lot, and it's you're getting up, you're changing, you're moving, you're walking, you're this, you're that. Like, snacks are so important because I feel like you just like, you need something to like keep it going. When there's like nothing around, I'm like, oh my God, I'll start ordering Postmates. On Saturday.
Yeah. And I think being able to set the tone of like, this is, it's been like having the food, and it does kind of become like a last minute detail. Sometimes the new designers or brands that are doing a photo shoot, they like don't even think I have to order food, or I should have coffee, or I should have something like in between, because it's not the garment on a photo like that, like the initial goal, but like all of these things. And I think what I'm going to do, actually thinking about this right now, I'm going to offer a little checklist sheet. I have this like photo shoot checklist that I would always use for my photo shoots. I think I'm going to offer that over on fashionbizmentor.com on part of the show notes for this episode with Muriel. So you kind of see my little checklist, and then you can add to it. We use Asana, and you can just copy over that template.